Let's check out this entrance gate. Oh, that was unexpected. That was really cool and unexpected. But I think this is the longest recording session I've ever done in Scrap Mechanic. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and we are back in the Future Military Base series, and we're about to start looking back at actual building structures. And that means it is actually time to start building the military base part of the Future Military Base. Now, I have committed to the world. We have the world finalized, we have it saved, and I made a few adjustments from last time based off of some of your feedback. So let's take a short flyover of the area, and unfortunately the most common request was something that I could not really do, which is something that I wanted to do, which was some of you were saying that I should make adjustments to some of the tiles that have sharp edges and smoothen them out a little bit. And I really wish I could do that, but the tile editor doesn't actually let me load in workshop tiles, so I am unable to modify these tiles. Now, what would be amazing is if we could actually combine the tile editor and the world builder into one interface, so that way I could actually see the entire world that I'm building, and then click on a tile and then zoom in to edit that tile, and that way I can see what's around the tile as well, and that way I can blend things in intentionally rather than having to like edit certain tiles and not knowing exactly how it's going to match up with the things next to it. That way we can like put all the tiles next to each other, then edit all the tiles next to each other, and it would make things so much easier, especially for like some of this purple stuff over here. We would be able to smoothen out all these edges. If I could just like take a brush to the entire world, how cool would that be? Like just go into this whole corner of the Inari side and just like make all the ground in between all of the tiles one color that slowly fades out as we get to the center of the world. That would make things a whole lot easier, but unfortunately, I did not have capabilities like that. So this is the new world that we have, and I filled in all the empty spots so that every single piece, every single tile is filled with something, even if it's just like a very kind of whatever, like even like this little spot right here is just a couple of bushes and things, like some of the stock ground pieces. But yeah, I'm hoping that this world, it feels better. It feels better flying through it, going through it. So we're going to go back up here and talk about what we're doing for the future of the military base, the future of the future military base. Okay, in a moment here, we are going to revisit the walls. Like way back in the very beginning of the series, we were looking at some walls when we thought we were actually going to start building the base, and then the tile builder kind of put a wrench into all that. But now we're back and we're ready to start building walls, and I'm going to have a difficult time choosing which walls we want to use for the base. Now remember, we could probably use more than one type of wall because we could have more than one type of section, but not only walls, but bridges, because remember, one of the original goals was to build bridges in between these plateaus. Now, the last series started with bridges, and we all know how well that turned out. This time, we are not doing suspended bridges, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to be doing static bridges, but my plan is I want to build a bridge pretty much going from here, I guess, yeah, right about here, straight out to that plateau. And then in the middle of that bridge, I'm going to do a T that goes out to that plateau. So I will be looking for bridge design submissions. Ideally, the bridge should be able to accommodate vehicles, so no steps going up to the bridge. Well, they could have steps, but not just a step bridge, because we don't want vehicles to have to go upstairs. Some way that vehicles can get up onto the bridge would be great, and also be able to fit onto the bridge, so it's not going to be too small of a bridge. We want to be able to accommodate different vehicle sizes and things like that. Not like a huge bridge, but just something that, you know, like a truck that could go across. So that is something I will be looking for in the future. Now let's talk about the base itself. So we are going to, what my plan is, I'm going to cover this entire hole here with concrete. And that is going to be the foundation of the base. And what we're going to be able to do is we're going to make roads on that concrete, and we're going to put buildings in various places. We're going to have hangars. We're going to have buildings and stuff. And at any point on there, we'll be able to dig down underneath. So all of these buildings could potentially have basements. And somewhere, I think at the very middle, I want to put something underneath the middle, like maybe even we could have like a missile silo that like opens up and could potentially like launch a missile out of it. We could even have like, I don't know, we could have like a hangar or something that goes underground to keep like some of the underground things. So this is where your feedback's going to come in handy. But first things first, let's talk about walls. Now there's a couple of awesome wall designs that I want to highlight today, and I don't know which one I'm going to choose for this part of the base. I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite designs, and then we're going to see if I can settle on one. So here we go. This is a wall by Priest, and this thing looks awesome. It's got 3 levels, 4 levels if you include the top. It has these awesome, let's just spawn it in. So it's a really beautiful design. I like that it has multiple, whoa. That walkway is a little intense. Oh, I missed it. Check out this. This is definitely not what. There are so many wires and pipes going around here. And what does this do? Oh, okay. What is this? Oh, we got some lights in there. All right. So I'm actually a little bit worried. Some of these walls are so big and detailed. When we cover this entire base, how is the lag gonna be? I'm a little bit concerned about that. Hopefully it's not gonna lag out our world too much. Speaking of which, I just want to address something really quick. Some of you have been noticing that my videos seem a little bit laggy, and I honestly don't know why that is, because right now I'm getting like almost 200 frames per second, and to me it feels smooth. But I do notice that when I upload the videos to YouTube, or when I'm editing the videos, the recordings themselves aren't smooth, and I don't know why. It's only Scrap Mechanic that this seems to be happening with consistently, and it only seems to be happening since the Tile Builder update. So I don't know if there's some incompatibility with my recording software that's causing some weird recording lag to happen, but it's not happening during the recording. It's something with the recording itself. So yeah, this is one of the walls that I'm a fan of. Now let's see if we can spawn in some more walls. Now this is another really cool one by Ryviction. He's actually one of the ones that made a lot of the alien ships that we've seen. And this is a really kind of like compact and sleek wall. It's very, actually, this almost looks more like an alien wall now that I'm looking at it. But this is a whole wall set, which is nice. That's the one disadvantage of this wall. I love the detail and the way that this looks, but we only have a straight wall. We don't have a corner piece. But this one is a whole wall pack, and I actually like the way that sticks out there. The design of this is just really cool looking. It looks like it's symmetrical on both sides, so it's going to look the same inside and out, which is nice. Yeah, this seems like it would make a good outpost wall, and the reason why I'm thinking that is because there's not really like a walkway on top or anything, and there's not really like a walkway underneath it or anything, so it's just like a static wall. It doesn't really serve much more of a function than being a wall. So I do like the fact that this has walkways for at least the main part of the military base. So that's something that I'm taking into consideration when I'm trying to find a wall here that I want to commit to. So there's 2 more sets of walls here that I'm a big fan of as well. This is by MN Darkfire. This is another wall pack. I think we looked at this before it was a whole pack. I think we looked at this when it was just a single wall and the elevator was broken because of the piston issue. All right, so let's take a look here. Does this elevator work now? Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, I kind of want to ride it now. Let's go ahead and ride that elevator. All right, we just go ahead and get on here. All right, now I do actually have low frames, but like look at everything I have spawned in here and none of it's welded to the ground. All right, so this is really nice because we actually have a walkway on top. And that's cool. And not only does this come with an inside corner and an outside corner, but it looks like it also comes with an entrance gate. And an entrance gate is something that I think most of the other walls don't have. So let's check out this entrance gate. Oh, that was unexpected. That was really cool and unexpected. That may have just won me over here. Oh, that is a cool entrance. All right, I'm really liking this wall a lot, actually. But we have one more that I want to look at that is also pretty high on the list. So yeah, this one has multiple functions. It's got an elevator to get us up to the walkway on top. It's got a gate. So it looks awesome. It looks like we have like a half. We have like the smallest section of the wall right here. So yeah, we have all the parts we need to build this. And like we can put this elevator wherever we want as well, which is nice. All right, and the last one I want to look at is this one by Turbo Creeper. And this is also a wall pack, which is very handy. Oh, this is much smaller. Oh, I let it come in contact with the ground. So it's definitely a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, which might mean that I might use this for something outside of the military base, like another small outpost. But this one has like a turret and everything. Here, let's take a look at the door. Whoa! That's a cool looking door. That was a lot more to that than I thought there was gonna be. That's pretty cool. So we have a corridor underneath, and we also have a walkway on top. Now let's check out this turret. This turret actually looks pretty cool. Whoa! It is a thruster-powered turret. Look at this. Here, let's do follow camera so we can see my character's face. Look at it. Look at him go. He's like, oh my god. All right, and then we got the butt. Oh, no. Whoa, whoa. I don't know what just happened there. What is happening? Okay, you gotta be careful with this thing, apparently. That is a pretty cool gun. All right, so yeah, these wall packs were definitely the top of the list because of their versatility, and also the fact that you can walk on top of them, so they serve multiple purposes, not only as a wall, but also as a walkway. We can scout over, we can see the enemy approaching, the enemy aliens, the Deverite probably. Yeah, I think after looking at them all, I might have to go with the one by MN Darkfire, which is this one right here. It has an amazing entrance gate and just an awesome look overall. So yeah, now we gotta figure out how we're going to build it. So now my main concern right now is filling in this hole. I'm hoping I would just be able to do something like this. I just don't know if this is going to, I don't know if this is going to meet up flush. Like I think over here is gonna be like lower. I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to try it. We're just gonna have to see what happens. I'm just gonna have to start building this stuff out. We're gonna time lapse me covering this entire area, and I hope I don't mess up. The good news is this is the first thing we're doing, so if I mess it up, we don't lose a lot of progress. We can just reopen the world and it'll be brand new. And now we just gotta go from here. All right, I'll see you on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Thankfully, I got the brilliant idea to work smarter and not harder once I actually put the perimeter in here. Originally, I was thinking I was just going to have to do it one grid section at a time, just dragging every single length of block around and around and around until we got to the middle. And then I remembered, hey, we can weld things and duplicate things. So I just made one section, and then duplicated it, welded it, duplicated it, welded it. So we had a huge section and we were able to fill this thing in way quicker, which I am very, very thankful for. So now we have the entire thing, the entire hole completely covered. And so now if we go out to the center, somewhere over the center, it's going to be really hard to find the center point of this actually. But if I just do this here, oh, you can see we have a hole going way down in there. And it's a little bit laggy, but now we have a perimeter, a guideline on where we need to weld our walls. So let's start with the corners. I guess we could just take this corner piece here, and now we can just weld this to the four corners. And I'm hoping, ooh, actually we shouldn't weld it to the four corners, because what might happen, because if we just add it to the four corners now, and then we add all the individual wall pieces, there might not be the right amount of space in between for it to match up smoothly. So we want to make sure that we're going to start with this corner, then we're just going to go down with the wall pieces, and then we're going to get the other corner. Or should we start? Let's start with the entrance. I think the entrance is actually a better way to start off with. The entrance is just his only thing. We only need one of them. Or maybe one at the back too. Who knows? Let's see. How should we do this? Should we do the entrance? I was thinking of a couple of different options here. One option is just having the entrance be centered. The other option is having the entrance be off to the side over here, because then it could match up better with this road here. Here, let's hop in a vehicle. Let's drive up the road. Let's see how it feels on where we can enter. All right, we have something that I don't think I've looked at before. This is called the Heavy Duty Truck by Saget, Paul. And I think there's a lot of stuff going on in this thing. Oh, and it's not as laggy as I thought it was going to be. So let's go ahead and open up the back here. Oh, actually, never mind. This isn't what I thought it was. This is actually, it's nice and roomy back here. I like this. No wonder why it wasn't as laggy as I was expecting. Got some lights back here as well, so we can, like, put things back here. Oh, cool door mechanism with the pistons. That's pretty cool. Whoa. Whoa. Wasn't expecting that. That's interesting. All right, we got a door over here. We can get into the front driver's seat. Some pretty cool stuff going on in here. All right, we got some buttons. Close the door. Open that door. Oh, a lot of lights. Very loud horn. And looks like the back door is open with that button there. All right. Oh, it's a little bit slow. A little bit slow on the acceleration. But that's... Oh, can I... I hope I can make it over this lip here without bottoming out. Okay. All right. All right. We got it. We got it. Do you think this thing can make it up the hill? I don't even know if this thing is going to make it up the hill. All right, well, it goes fast down the hill, so that's good. All right. Oh, I did not do a good job smoothing out that part there. I kind of feel bad about that. That's not the smoothest transition right there. I tried, but it's hard to see. All right, so let's see. Can we make it up the hill? I wish we had some boosters in this thing. This might not have been the best truck to pick for this particular job. A little heavy. Hold on, hold on. Do I have access to the engines? Max power. Oh, yes. So much better. So much better. All right, so now we go up. And yeah, I guess we could just kind of like go around like this and then just enter right here. Oh, that gate looks just barely big enough for this thing. Barely big enough. Here, let's actually see if it fits. Here we go. Oh no. Oh, no way. It's the screws. The screws on the wheels is what makes it too big. If we took the screws off of the wheels, it would totally fit through. You know what? It's just because we weren't going fast enough. It's just because we weren't going fast enough. If we go fast enough, we can totally fit through here. See? I told you. I told you, we just had to go fast enough, so this thing can still fit through the door. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I love this vehicle though. It looks awesome. So I think that this is a good spot. I think this is a good spot for the entrance. So we're just gonna weld this thing here. There we go. Now we just have to make a smooth driveway going up in there. And actually with the mods, that wouldn't be too hard because we have the sloped pieces somewhere. Oh man, I have so many mods installed. I have all of the mods installed that anyone has ever used in a submission. So I have no... Look at the... I'm not even halfway through the slider here. Oh, boy. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we just have a couple sections of these. We should be fine. And there we go. Look at that. We did it. So I figured it'd be useful that we have the elevator piece right here. It'd probably be good to have the elevator piece on either side of the main entrance. So that way any personnel can easily access the catwalk and see who's coming in to the base. Well, that was a dumb idea. I grabbed the wall by the wrong... Oh no, this is... Oh wait, this isn't that bad. I don't think this... Okay, good. The wall's only attached by this one part. Totally made a mistake there, attaching this wall. There we go. Oh man, look at this. This is coming along so well already. Just go on in here. And if we need to, we can just go up in the elevator on this side. It opens up here. Look at that. We can send the elevator back down. And it closes up into the... Look at that. Is a great mechanism right there. And now we can see, we can even control the gate here, can't we? Yes, we can. And if we need to use the elevator on this side, we got an elevator on this side. Whoops. We got an elevator on this side as well. All right. It's looking good. So now we just need this piece right here is going to be what continues the wall going down. Now, the one thing I'm worried about here is this is a lot of pieces going along, and we have not even covered one side. So hopefully the lag isn't going to be too bad by the time we finish this perimeter. But I think from here on out is where we're going to time-lapse it. I've done the major things. We have the entrance and we have the elevators, and I'm going to go along the edges, put a couple of random elevators here and there, and then we'll have the complete perimeter put in place. Let's get to it. Well, it happened. We crashed the game. We're just putting the walls in is all we've been doing. I've been at this for an hour and a half already. Starting to feel like the end of the Suspended Mountain base was feeling with how laggy this is to weld stuff. So this is not encouraging, but I'm going to get back in. I'm going to try again, and we're going to see what we can do. Now, the big question is, are we going to be able to load this? Okay, this is good. Now I just got to try to weld this section back on and continue where we left off. I'm going to do one thing, though. I'm going to create a barrier of separation. Oh, this is actually going to be hard in and of itself. I'm just going to cut out the entire middle of this so it is not actually the same piece as the border, because otherwise this is going to be absolutely impossible. But I think as long as we can just keep everything that we build on the inside separate from this outside barrier, then we can continue. Granted, we can actually finish this outside barrier, but I'm hoping that this will at least ease some of the welding lag, because it's been taking minutes at a time just to weld some of these pieces on. So let's get through this, and then we'll try to weld that big section on again. All right, I think I've done it. I think I have cut out the entire center of this, and now I'm hoping that it'll make welding this a little bit easier. So I'm not going to time-lapse this particular weld, just so I can show you guys how much time this may or may not take, and I'll let you know whether it's an improvement or not. And I guess if it's not an improvement, the game will crash again. So it's not going to be that hard to figure out whether it's an improvement or not. So here goes nothing. All right, we're frozen. That's normal. It should turn. We should see it pop up. It just there it is. At least on my screen, it is. Sometimes you guys see things a little bit differently when the game is overloaded like this. But now it should turn white. It's red. Right there we go. Uh-oh. I saw the little loading symbol with my mouse. That's not a good sign. All right, so now I'm clicking. It's a waiting game now. We're gonna see if the game crashes or not. There's one other option I can think of, and that is something I don't want to do, which is to actually create a gap in between the wall sections and literally cut the entire base in half. But then there's going to be a little hole in the wall, which makes it kind of pointless if you have a just giant fortified wall with a gap in it. So I'm not really happy with that kind of outcome either. The other option is chunk it into smaller bits, because I was trying to weld a really big piece on. So I know that the smaller pieces are easier to weld, but they're just going to take longer. But if it gets around crashing the game, then it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to go back into the game and try the smaller pieces and see if we can get a little bit more progress this way. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to have to go to the comments to see if there's any way we can build this base in a less laggy way. But let's see if this smaller section works. I feel like if we can get this wall solidified, then we can leave the wall alone and work on the inside of the base, which will be separated from the wall, so it should stand on its own. I'm hoping. But let's give this a try. All right, we're back in. So I'm going to delete this giant section here, because the bigger the section is, the laggier it is to weld. And what we're going to do is go with this single wall section, and this should work. The question is it going to work all the way down the line? And is there a point where it's going to stop working before we get there? The other thing I'm worried about is the corners actually take a long time. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start over there, because the sooner we can get this corner in, the easier it'll be, rather than having all of this additional wall added to it. So we're going to start over here, get to the corner. Oh, no. Oh, no, this should work. I was just wondering, can we get these things to line up right with this next corner? We should be able to, given that all of these walls are spaced the same. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to weld this to over here. I should probably delete those two. That might help a little bit with the lag, but probably not much, honestly. Ooh, we're laggy, but we're not as laggy as the giant section. All right, let's settle in. All right, I'm clicking. This should work. Come on. How long is this going to take? Because we're going to have to multiply this by like 30. Come on. Weld. This is real time now. I'm going to keep this real time just so you understand how much time goes into just this little section here. It's not breaking the game yet, so that's good. I probably just jinxed myself. Come on. So, you guys enjoying this? Because I'm not. This is not exactly how I was hoping this was going to go on day one of the base build. I was hoping to be a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother. But this kind of goes to show how big of a project this is just from the beginning. Like, we have an entire custom world here. We have an entire, like, backstory that isn't even completely, like, fleshed out yet. We just have, like, the skeleton of a backstory going on here. We've got hundreds of custom tiles. And probably, we might even have close to 1,000, like, creation submissions. From walls to buildings to, especially vehicles. So many vehicles. But how long? It's been like 2 minutes. I was not expecting it to take this long, to be honest. I've been clicking the entire time, by the way. I've tried different methods. I've tried holding the mouse down. I've tried clicking really fast. I've tried just intermittent clicks. I don't really notice a difference when it comes to this stuff. But it's looking like we may... Okay, that worked. That only took like 2 minutes. And we have all of this to go. You know, I don't want to do this, but I feel like just for the sake of time, you know, what is the easiest part to cut? I'm thinking just right down the middle right here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right here. Let me delete these first, but I'm going to cut right there straight through. So then this section of wall should stand alone as one much smaller piece. And then we should be able to finish that. And then maybe block by block, I can build this part back in. And then we can have one solid piece. Because welding is the issue. But if I could just place these pieces down, that might work. So let's try this. Now this should be its own section over here. So because we could do all of that at one go, we should now be able to do all of this in one go. So now let's test it out. We're going to spawn in one wall piece. The last one took like 2 minutes to weld. Let's see how long this one takes. Oh, my bad. Obviously, it's still one piece because I have to detach it over here as well. Oh, I can't... Wait, I can't even delete, right? What? I literally can't delete. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can delete now. And now it should be its own piece. Is this going to make a difference? Oh, that felt so good. Oh, I don't know if you guys realize how good it felt to not have the frames lag there at all, but that was amazing. All right, so we have some hope. We have some hope. All right, so we should just be able to grab this, weld it there. Oh my, look at this. This is so much better. So much better. Okay, actually, so I think I should be able to weld this corner down without having to measure things out, because what I should be able to do is align that right here. And that should be in perfect alignment. And now let's see if we put this. This should match up perfectly. Uh-oh. Why doesn't that match up perfectly? There's something off. It must be that doorway. So 13 blocks from blue to blue. So the doorway actually creates a discrepancy in the blocks here. Unless I was to redo the entire back wall and put one of these doors in, these are just not going to match up correctly. It'd be a really difficult job to delete all of that. All right, but we're going for it. I'm probably going to regret this. I may not be able to finish this, but I'm going to try my best to actually get this done. The whole wall just fell and my game is still alive. Okay. All right. All right. Now we need to grab it. No way. We just put that entire piece on a lift. I cannot believe that just happened. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's just continue building the wall from here. All right. I'm giving up on this weld. I've been trying to weld this for a couple of minutes now, and I'm really All right, then. Never mind. This is turning out to be... Adding just a wall, a square wall around this is turning out to be way more work than I ever thought it was going to be. All right, this is going to be my test of luck right here. If I'm correct that adding that door in will line everything back up, then I should just be able to put a corner piece right here, and then the walls should just line up and fit with this corner piece. All right, we got it to weld in, so now it looks like this should be exactly one wall section. Please tell me that my plan has worked. So if I take this and put it right there. Yes. Okay. One part left. This one part left, and I hope that we match it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting down to the final section here. So this is what determines whether or not I was correct, and that putting that door there should make everything line up perfectly. I'm not... That doesn't look right. But we're going to find out with this weld here. That's too small. Why is that too small? Is it? Oh, it's not. I don't know why. It looked smaller. It looked smaller, but it's perfect. Oh, I am so happy right now that this ended up working out. I really thought I screwed myself over right there, but I think we have it. I think we have it. Oh, yes. Yes. It worked. It actually worked. All right, I am going to back up this world right now, and then I'm going to try to connect this so it is all one piece. And we're going to see if that breaks the world. Okay, the world is backed up, so the simple test is just connect here. Oh, I'm frozen right now. Oh, no. This isn't good. I got the mouse thing going on again, like my game is going to crash. Just because I tried to place this block down. We might have to keep this gap here. I don't know. Oh, it worked. Okay, it worked frames are still here, but then there's another separation on the other side. So this is probably going to be the game crashing block placement. All right, are we ready for this? Are we ready for the game to crash? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, click. Now we wait. Oh boy. This one block makes this entire perimeter a single object. And essentially we've just, by placing this one block, we've doubled the last block placement. And the last block placement almost crushed the game, so I'm not feeling good about this one, but we're gonna find out. Place your bets while we're waiting for the game to crash, or whether we're waiting for this block to actually spawn in here. Comment down below whether you think the game's gonna crash, or whether we're actually gonna have one cohesive future military base wall. I'm probably gonna cut to the end of this because I have no idea how long this is gonna take. It worked. I cannot believe this actually worked. Like, I think this is all one piece now. I really think that. Like, now we should just be able to fill this in. We can place blocks on it and everything. Does the elevator work? I have decent frames too. I have 120 frames, 140. This is actually working. I'm pretty sure that was all the separations that I had, so I am gonna say mission accomplished. Now, what about building here? Ooh, that doesn't feel good. That does not feel good, unfortunately. So, like say if I want to weld this wall onto here, because now I'm thinking about welding your buildings and stuff. It's actually really difficult just to weld this one piece here, and the reason why that's more difficult than I expected was because we're supposed to have a complete separation between the outer wall and this intersection, so it should not have that issue. And yeah, I just ran this entire perimeter, and there's not a single block connecting these sections, so that doesn't make me feel good about continuing building inside here, unfortunately, because welding your giant buildings and stuff to the ground here is going to be like just about impossible. I'm going to have to leave it up to the comments right now. Do you have any advice on the best way to continue this? Because this looks amazing to me right now. Like, look at how epic this wall looks. And we did it. Like, I'm almost on 3 hours now recording this episode. I think this is the longest recording session I've ever done in Scrap Mechanic. And all we did was build a square wall. A big wall, nonetheless, but a square wall. So, do you have any ideas on what I could do for the middle here to weld all the awesome buildings and stuff that you guys have made for the military base? Like, I can't... It's not... I'm right-clicking right now. It's not even letting me delete this. So, we've already broken the world with the first creation. The very first creation of the future military base. We may have to change our game plan here and figure out a different strategy. What do you guys think? What should we do? How can we make the future military base happen without breaking the game? Let me know down in the comments. We're going to continue this series either way. It's just we may have to not have such big objects all connected to each other somehow. We may not be able to have an enclosed space. I'm actually developing some ideas in my head right now on how we can have separate sections of the walls and have this not be one giant thing, but it's going to take a lot more work. So I'm going to take it to you guys to see if you have any better suggestions. So let me know down in the comments what you all think. Again, this is turning into the biggest project on the channel by far. So thank you guys so much for participating. I really look forward to what's going to happen because we're off to a bit of a rocky start. But anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.